Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel LiveLoveCrochet. So today I'm going to show you how to make this cute granny square. So it's just really easy, really simple. The puff stitches I'm going to do a little bit more puffier because I only did 4 double crochets in here, so I'm going to do around about 6 double crochets so they stand out that little bit more. So let's go and find out what we need for this granny square. So we're going to need a 4.5mm hook, we're going to need a pair of scissors, a needle to sew in your tails and a yarn of your choice. I'm using Bonus DK 100% acrylic and I'm going to do it in a bright orange, this is my favourite colour, so I'm going to do it in this. So let's get started. So if you want to get your yarn, we're going to start by making a magic circle. So I'm going to start by making my magic circle. I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Then I'm going to wrap it around my first 2 fingers. I'm going to cross it over the back of my fingers. Turn my fingers over. Your yarn should be straight. We're going to go under the first piece of yarn and we're going to grab the second. I'm going to turn that over and there you have your magic circle, which is a little bit messy, so I'm going to show you again. So keep your length, wrap it around your fingers, cross it over at the back, should be straight at the front, go underneath your first piece of yarn, catch this second piece here, pull it underneath, and there you have your magic circle. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put 12 double crochets into this circle. So over the 2 pieces of yarn, make your double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will meet you back here when I have 5. Just make sure you make your double crochets over both of the pieces of yarn, and I'll meet you back here when I have 12. So I have my 12. Now what you're going to do, you're going to get this tail here and just give it a pull. Don't put it all the way at the moment. So we're going to find our first double crochet, which mine is here. We're going to slip stitch into there and chain 1, and now you can go ahead and pull your tail, just tighten it just like that. So you might want to do it tight. We will sew in this tail at the end so it doesn't come back open. Right, so we're going to turn our work, we're going to yarn over, we're going to skip this first stitch here that your chain 1's coming out of, go into your next stitch, we're going to go in, we're going to pull up our yarn, 3 loops on our hook, we're going to yarn back over, go back in, pull back out, that's twice, go back in 3 times, 4, 5 and 6, yarn over and pull through all of those loops on your hook, just like that. Chain 1, chain 1 again, skip the next stitch, go into the next one after that, go and yarn over, go into your stitch, pull through. You're going to have to pull up your yarn a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, yarn over, pull through all of those loops, chain 1, chain 1 again. So you should get something that looks a bit like that at the moment. Again, skip the next stitch, go into the one after, so skip into this one, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, pull through all loops, chain 1 again. So turn it over. If these aren't as big as you want them, just keep going. Just keep going 7, 8, 9 times. Obviously you don't want them too big, but I want them a little more noticeable than this. This is a little too small. So skip and into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, pull through all loops, chain 2, skip into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, pull through, chain 2, should have 2 left, skip and go into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, pull through all loops, chain 2. Oh, mine's coming undone. So now we're going to find our first double crochet. Mine is here. I'm going to slip stitch into there, and then I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So you should have something that looks like this, and I don't think my camera is actually picking up the vibrancy of this yarn. It looks a little bit dull. It is actually really, really bright. It's really nice. So now what we're going to do, you've chained 1, you've turned your work into this chain 1 space here. We're going to make a corner. So we're going to double crochet into there 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Move your double crochets over a little bit. We're going to fit 3 more double crochets into that chain 1 space. So 1, 2, and 3. So now we have 1 corner. We're going to find our next chain 1 space. So you got your puff stitch and then you got your chain 1 space here. Go in there with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, find your next chain one space. Mine is here. We're going to make a corner, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Move your double crochets over a little bit, 3 double crochets back into that space, 1, 2 and 3. Now what you're going to do, you're going to move that over. You've got 2 spaces here, 1 there and 1 right there. So 1 there and 1 there. We're going to put 1 double crochet into each of those spaces. 1 and 2. Just like that. And by the way, these could do with a block. I should have blocked this one first before I did my video, but I've never blocked before, so that's going to be a new experience for me. Into the next chain 1 space, we're going to make another corner. 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 more double crochets back into that chain 1 space. Again, find your next chain 1 space and put 2 double crochets into there, 1 and 2. Next chain 1 space right here, corner, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. And by the way, this is the hardest bit of this square. It's easy after this, and to be honest, this bit's easy. I'm just saying this is the only hardest bit, more difficult should I say. 2 and 3 for the last bit. We're going to find our last 2 stitches, which are there and right there. So we're going to put 1 double crochet into each of those. So there's 1 and there's 2. And then we're going to slip stitch into our first double crochet. And you should have something that looks like this. I really need to sew that tail in because it keeps opening. So chain 1, turn your work back into that same stitch there, make a double crochet. And into the next stitch, double crochet, into the next, and then your last double crochet should just be here. And then we're going to make our corner. Again, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, all into the same chain space. One, 2 and 3. move your double crochets over so you can fit the other double crochets in. 1, 2 and 3. Right, now make sure you don't hide this stitch right here, because sometimes if you don't move your double crochets over, you hide this stitch right here. Mine's visible because I moved mine over to go into there and make a double crochet. Double crochet. So this is it for this row. We're going to put double crochet into each stitch, and in the corners 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. So you keep going and I'll meet you back when we're finishing up. Okay, so I have one last stitch right here, so I'm going to just double crochet into there, and then I'm going to find my first double crochet and slip stitch into it, just like that, chain 1 and turn your work. And this is what it looks like at the moment. Like I said, blocking is probably going to be needed for this granny square. So we're going to go double crochets again. It's going to be the same process. This is our last row. Like I said, it is super easy, and this is the first granny square that I've ever made, like off my own head. And we're just going to do exactly what we have done for the last rows. So the corners are the same, and it's just a double crochet into every stitch. So I'm going to finish this corner, and then I'm going to let you keep going. And don't forget to get the double crochet that you might be hiding underneath your double crochets. So I'm going to keep going. Keep going round, and we're going to meet you back here when we're about to join. So I've made it back around to my starting point. We're going to slip stitch into our first double crochet, then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to cut our yarn, leaving a generous tail so we can sew it in. Okay, so it's a little bit out of shape at the moment, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. So we're just going to sew in our tails. I'm going to sew this one in real good because it keeps coming undone. So get your needle, put your yarn on, okay, this doesn't want to go onto my needle, it's a little bit okay, so I got my yarn on my needle, So I'm going to go into my stitches. I'm going to feel this side, make sure I'm not coming through. So I'm just going to go through, do a little bit tight right now. So I'm going to keep going a little bit more. And then I'm going to come back on myself. And that should be secure enough. Okay. So I can snip that off now. I'm going to get as close to the base as I can, like that. And then I'm going to show you how to do this one very quickly. Okay, so hopefully this one goes on my needle this time. Okay, this yarn is very thick, so I'm going to turn my granny square over so I can see the back. I'm just going to go into this one here. I'm not going to pull too tight because I do want my work to go in on itself. Just like that. Okay, and then just going to find some stitches to secure my yarn. Okay, I'm going to go through a few more. And then I'm going to come back through, just like that. And I think that should be secure enough. Okay, so now I'm going to chop this yarn too. So we have our finished square. Let me just pull this up a little bit. Okay, it's very out of shape. I will try and get a good picture of this. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.